Hey everybody, welcome to a video tutorial on how to mix your 3-part nutrient solution. So we're going to need a few things to get started. 5-gallon bucket. You're going to want a gallon pitcher of water. I have another pitcher of water on the side just for ease of access, but you can get by with just one. You're going to want your nutrient measuring device. I have a shot glass here marked with the exact amount of teaspoons that I'm going to need. I have the 3-part nutrient solution, FloraMicro, FloraGrow, and FloraBloom. You're going to want to grab the CalMag Plus and then your pH up, pH down solutions as well. So I'm going to be making 5 gallons of nutrient solution today. So I've got 3 gallons in front of me here and another 2 gallons on the side. With the 3-part solution, you're going to want to start with just a little bit of water, add in your mix, add some more water, add in mix, so on and so forth. You don't want to add in all 3 at the same time or to just add all 3 to the 5 gallons of water. That will cause what is called nutrient block, and basically it cancels out the effect of each one of the nutrient solutions, which inhibits your growth completely and totally. So to my 3 gallons of water, we're going to go ahead and start with the FloraMicro. You're going to want to make sure that you shake these up really good. Make sure that all the salts and stuff off the bottom are mixed in really good. So before you get started, you're gonna want to look on the back for this basic applications table, and you're gonna want to tailor your nutrient solution based off what your growing need is. So I'm getting started, so I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon per gallon. That's a fairly weak solution or a normal solution. And as you get growing and your plants are bigger and thriving, you can do a bit more of an aggressive grow, and you can add in up to 3 teaspoons per gallon of water per each solution. So here we're going to throw in 5 teaspoons of FloraMicro. Just add that right into the reservoir. Make sure you rinse out your shot glass prior to pouring the next one, so that way you avoid any potential nutrient blocking from occurring. Mix that up really good. I'm just using a whisk here. You can use whatever you want. They have special paddles for this, but this works just fine. So for the next part, we're going to go ahead and do the FloraGrow. So this one is going to be the same amount of solution. So we're going to do 5 teaspoons. And we're going to add this into the pitcher of water on the side. 5 teaspoons there. Mix that up really good. And we're going to go ahead and pour it into our reservoir. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, and I'm going to get this next gallon primed up. I got to rinse out the container first. All right, we're back. So I've got my gallon of water ready, and we're going to go ahead and mix in this FloraBloom. Make sure you shake this one up really good as well. Five teaspoons. One thing to note, you may not want to mix 5 gallons of water, and that's totally okay. You can mix as many as you need, 3, 4, 1. You would tailor the amount of solution based off the amount of water you need. So last, we talked about CalMag Plus. So a little bit of story behind this one. So CalMag Plus, when I first started doing my grows, I was not using this. I was growing some Roma tomatoes, and my tomatoes were having an issue where the fruit had this rot at the end. The name's pretty descriptive, blossom end rot. So I added in this CalMag Plus, and immediately within just a few weeks of adding this in, my tomatoes were fully back to normal, and we haven't seen it since. So highly recommend. It's not super expensive, and a little bit of this goes a really long way. The manufacturer recommends 1 teaspoon per gallon of nutrient solution. So we're going to go ahead and add 5 teaspoons of CalMag Plus to our reservoir, and we'll just throw it straight in. Mix this up super well. All right, now that we have our water ready, I have grabbed my pH meter / EC meter. So the one I'm using here is a Blue Lab combo meter. This one is a bit more expensive than the traditional cheap ones you can find on Amazon. Highly recommend, if you really get into this, having one of these higher quality meters, as it makes your life way easier. It's way more accurate, in my opinion, and can really help you tailor your grow to the goal that you're trying to achieve. So we're going to do the pH first. So we're sitting at a pH of about 5.9. So the ideal range for your pH is going to be between 5.5 and 6.5. That's the general range that every plant seems to jive well with. If you're looking to grow something specific, you can look up online what the pH preference of that particular plant is, and you can really tailor your grow that way as well. So 5.9, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and measure the EC of the water. So EC stands for electrical conductivity. Basically, it's how much salt per water molecule is in the solution. So with this, you're looking between 1.5 and 2.5 is what your preferred range is going to be at. And you can make that EC higher as your plants grow, and you can get a bit more of an aggressive grow. It just depends on the tolerance of the plant and how quick you're trying to get them to go. So we're sitting at a 1.9. If you were to have an EC that was too high, you can just add more water to the solution and it will bring that EC down to a more manageable level of what you're looking for. Because our pH is good, I'm not going to be adding any pH up or pH down to my nutrient solution today. However, if you were going to do so, I highly recommend you either do what I have done here by diluting the solution, which I will do a whole video on this separately, or you can add it into the nutrient solution, but just remember that a little bit of that stuff goes a really long way. If you are to add your pH up or down solution to this, you're going to want to wait about 15 minutes after you've added it in before you measure again. And repeat that process. It can be a bit of a slow learning curve at first, but stick with it and you'll get to a point where you know exactly how much you need to add in, and it will just make life a lot easier. So thanks for joining us on mixing up some nutrient solution. Stay tuned for some future tutorials.